Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I am doing just fine. It's been a very busy week. Every day I've been trying to get a video out to you guys, but alas, something comes up. I've had to deal with my husband. I have to take him to the doctor. He had eye surgery this past week, and you know, life goes on and on and on. So I try my best. And today he's gone to the gym and out of my hair. So I said, Yay! I mean, I do work. I'm doing readings and working, but I want to do a public reading, and sometimes I have to put that on the back burner. So I'm sorry, you guys. I miss y'all so much, and I miss doing the readings. Addie Cat's right here on my desk. Y'all can't see her, but she's looking out the window here. It's super sunny today. Yesterday it was so overcast. It's still really cool. It's like, I don't know, in the lower 50s. So it's cool outside, but it's beautiful and sunny, and we need some sunshine. My daughter's been going out walking and everything. It's so good for you to get outside and get some, vitamin D. That helps. All right. So my husband went to his surgeon. He had that rotator cuff surgery and he's been dealing with rehab, trying to get that going again. But he's been in so much pain that he just can't really um, do that much with his shoulder. His shoulder's like almost like frozen. When he tries to lift it up, the shoulder lifts up too. And there's like not a separation. So he can only move his arm so far up, and he still was going to sleep every night having pain. I've been I put all kinds of ointment on him. We have everything that you can imagine that helps pain. So she gave him a steroid shot in both shoulders because his other shoulder's hurting him now because it's kind of taking the load, it's doing everything. So he's functioning with one shoulder and it's just, overworking that shoulder. So she gave him a steroid shot in both shoulders. Oh my gosh, it was like magic. In a couple of days, he was feeling so much better. He's not had any more pain. He's sleeping comfortably through the night. It's wonderful, wonderful. So hopefully that will, get him through this rehabilitation without so much pain. So that, and then he had eye surgery last last year. If you remember, he had his cataracts removed, and after he had them removed, right afterwards, and you guys might have experienced this too, he could see great. He was like so impressed, and as time went on, his vision got worse and worse and worse. Well, his body loves to scar. He makes scar tissue. That's what's going on with his shoulder. A lot of scar tissue, making it really hard to move. His eyes clouded up, the lens, um, I don't know, they said behind the lens, got all cloudy. So the plan was to do the laser on the cloudiness. I think it was in his left eye they were supposed to do. So we went there to do the surgery. And when the doctor looked at him, he said, "Oh, your right eye is much worse than the left eye now." So they went ahead and did that surgery first. So he did the laser on that eye, and then he'll go back and have it in a few months. He'll have the other one taken care of. But immediately, the next day, he could see much better. The cloudiness was all gone. I hope it doesn't come back, but right now he's doing good. But his eyes were so dilated, after the surgery. He looks like Addy Cat. His eyes are all big and dilated. So that's what I've been dealing with, and um, everything's good though. Everything's good. He's healing up really good. So this morning when I was getting ready, whenever I go in the bathroom, I put on my makeup, I have my phone in there, and I'll listen to a video. And I listen to a lot of things, but I'm kind of stay away from the other readers and stuff, especially if I'm fixing to read. I don't really want to listen to another reader. And you know who popped up on my video? I mean, it just came up and I started listening to her. So Joyce All Knowing. Remember one time we did an interview together? We had a little collaboration, and I really enjoyed listening to her because what pulled me in was she said, "This is a conversation with Nancy Pelosi." And I said, I'm going to see what she's going to say. What's going on here? And if you haven't listened to that video, y'all should go back and listen to it. She is such a smart lady, and she spoke so well and so eloquently. You'll really enjoy this video that she made. So you guys ought to go watch it. Basically, she's imploring the old guard to step aside and let the new generation govern. You know, not that she's against Nancy Pelosi or anything, but she's just like, oh, I mean, Nancy Pelosi's in her 80s, right? And she was just saying it's time for Nancy to step aside. It's time for, that generation of people to step aside and let some new blood in govern. So it's a very good video. Y'all should go listen to it. So on that note, I decided, hey, why don't we see if Nancy's going to get reelected? And what I'm planning to do is take a look at, I want to look at Bill Barr today, Ivanka Trump, and maybe Matt Gaetz. He's in a world of trouble. When the last time I did a reading on Matt Gaetz, he was okay. He was fine. But things look like they might be closing in on him now because the investigators are getting more and more information, and we're hearing about it. So we're going to take a look and see how things might fall out in that case. He's gotten really quiet. I haven't heard much of him anymore. He was kind of a big mouth there for a while, but now that things are closing in, he's gotten real quiet. All right, let's take a look at Nancy Pelosi. Okay, let's look. Okay. All right. So the first card that I pulled is the Eight of Wands. So this is a lot of things happening at once. Things are getting really busy for her. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes, basically. You know, this isn't her first rodeo, you guys. So she's doing all this stuff to campaign, to get the votes. There's a lot of positive energy moving and building momentum. That's what this card suggests. And she's going to be so very busy, you guys, between going to Washington and California, going back and forth for events, events, events. I don't know where she's going to get all this energy. I mean, she's in her 80s, and I think she has more energy than I do. I don't know where she gets it, but I wish she'd give me some of it. She's going to be a very, very busy lady. And you know what? This is the same thing. I think Joyce said this too. A man is going to be helping and guiding Nancy. Yes, she's going to get help from this man. And that's good. Get some new blood, get her, new perspective on things. And Eight of Swords, you know, this is about, I don't really have a choice. I'm going to have to run. This is how she feels. We can't afford to lose not one seat in the House. We can't afford to lose it. And she knows how to run. She knows how to campaign. She she can be reelected. She knows she can. So it's like, I don't have a choice. I really have to stand up for my beliefs in democracy. It's not the time for me to retire. And, not when democracy is hanging on by a thread. So she just really feels like this isn't her choice to do this. She may have said in the past that she was not going to run again, but she doesn't feel like she has a choice anymore. That our democracy is really hanging in the balance. The Knight of Wands. So this is a good omen for Nancy being reelected. There's a lot of good positive energy here. She's got a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of ambition, and she really is up for the challenge. So it looks really good for her. There's a very, very good chance that she's going to be reelected. Okay. A lot of enthusiasm for her. All right. So we know that Bill Barr has been talking to the January 6th committee. Now, y'all have heard that all this past week. We've been listening to news coming through that guess what? He's cooperating and talking to them. But is he? Is he really? Do you remember when he was being questioned, and we saw it on TV, and he was kind of a jerk and not really answering the questions very well. So I'm just wondering, we don't have the transcript to all the questions that were asked and how he answered them. So I really take a look and see what Bill Barr is. Bill Barr being honest? Is he turning on Trump? It's that would really be amazing that he would turn on Trump. He did leave early. He resigned early, and they're saying because maybe Trump went a little further than Bill Barr was, you know, willing to go. An insurrection was a little too far for Bill Barr. Let's see. Is Bill Barr spilling the tea on Trump? That's what I want to know. Is he spilling the tea on Trump? Let's take a look at Bill Barr. What is he telling the committee? What is he telling them? Let's take a look at Bill Barr. Okay. Bill Barr. Honestly, truthfully. What is he telling them? Is he spilling the tea on Trump? Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay, guys, this is going to look crazy here. All right. So the first card that I pulled is the Tower card. So this is, what the Tower means. Um, a bunch of changes. Now, and I think the big change is the way that Bill Barr was acting like, Trump's personal attorney. And, he was, instead of being the attorney for the country, he was pretty much just doing what Trump's bidding, basically. So I feel like there's a big change coming with his point of view, the way that we see him, really. And also, this is going to be a big Tower moment for Trump, also in relation to him and Barr. We've grown not to like the Bill Barr that we knew for the last 4 years that he was with Trump, or whenever he came in with Trump. I don't think he was there the whole 4 years, but he is spilling the tea, and he is spilling the tea on the whole family. Look, it's the whole family. He's got more than just Trump. He knows everything. He knows every detail about everything, and he's spilling it on the whole family. Now, because he's an attorney, and these are all attorneys, so they're like, the way that they will question, they can only question what they know, and he will only give answers to questions he's being asked. It's not like he's coming forth and saying, oh, guess what, y'all should know about this. He's not providing extra information, but he's answering the questions. So the January 6th committee is feeling good about the way he's being honest and answering the questions. So it's so far so good. They feel good about him cooperating and him coming in. They didn't have to, subpoena him or anything. So they're feeling good about that. So he did come on his own. He, answered the questions without them having to go through all that. Seven of Pentacles. You know, he does have more information. I really think that's what this is. And I think they're going to be questioning him further. As they get more information, they'll have more questions for Bill Barr. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting here. Uh, it's not that they're just being very strategic. Bill Barr's very strategic too. He's not going to offer any information that they're not asking about. So as they as they gather more and more information, they'll have more questions for Bill Barr, and that's why I'm seeing that he'll be called back to answer more questions. So they're going to be focused in on other things later. Okay, so yeah, he's cooperating with them, but not He's not cooperating with them and saying, "Oh, let me tell y'all what Trump did." He's just saying, "I'll answer the questions. But if you don't know the right questions to ask, I ain't gonna answer them." Okay, so that's where he's at here. But the tables are turning on Trump for sure, for sure. I think that's what the tower says. So let's take a look at Ivanka Trump. So they want to talk to her too. She was there pleading with her father to say something while the insurrection was going on. She was begging him to stop, to put a stop to all those people raging at the Capitol. She asked him time and time and time to, put a stop on it. And she also praised Vice President Pence for being a strong man. She praised him after he did the right thing. So let's take a look at Ivanka Trump and let's see if she's going to be spilling the tea on Trump too. You know, a lot of people have said that she'll end up turning on her father. I know she loves her father very, very much. I mean, she changed her whole life for him. She followed him to, Washington, D.C. and moved there and changed her whole life. She's attached to him at the hip. Let's take a look and see, you know, would she really turn on her father? What a dilemma to be put in, to know that your father could harm and has harmed so many people and, has caused death of people with COVID, with the insurrection, knowing that your father has the ability to hurt people so easily and he could have prevented it. He wouldn't. Would you want him to be president again? Would you really want that? Would you want to somehow find a way to, tell the truth, but also, still love your father? Love or don't like Ivanka Trump. You may not like her, but she's still his daughter, and she loves her father, and they're no different than any other father. They still have that love for each other. I think that's one of his children that he is sincerely attached to, sincerely. So if you read that book Mary Trump wrote, and that what a, you know, wonderful relationship they have together. All right, let's take a look at Ivanka. Is she gonna give her daddy up? Let's take a look at her. Let's see. Honestly, truthfully, what's Ivanka? Is she gonna speak to the January 6th committee? What is she gonna say? What is she gonna do? Is she gonna give her daddy up? Let's see. I mean, they know what she said already. They have a bunch of different witnesses that they know. Okay. Had to stop for a minute, get the kitty off my chair. Now she's over there sleeping. There's so much sun coming in here. I'm trying to see if I can, get the lighting a little bit better. The sun is finally going over the house. It'll be on the other side, so it won't be so sunny in the windows here. It kind of washes everything out. Okay, so let's take a look here. The first card I pulled is the King of Wands, Ivanka Trump. You know, she does love her dad, but she is her own person. You know what I mean? This is that leadership role. So she had aspirations of being the leader herself and, holding some office. She I think she really wanted a career in politics herself. Um, she craves that recognition and, that love that Trump is getting from, the GOP and all. She really craves that herself. So she wants to be respected. And at the same time, she wants to protect her father also. So I think she has some aspirations. After all this, I can't imagine any Trump running for office, but she really, really wanted to be a leader. She really had aspirations to hold office also. The next card, Nine of Wands. Um, she's had to defend her father time after time after time. And, it's getting old. It really is getting old. It's wearing her down. It's not fun having to defend Trump. It really isn't. I'm sure no matter how much she loves him and everything, this can be really taxing on you. It's changed her whole life, changed the way a lot of people see her. This may not be something she really signed up for. So, you know, he may have gone a little too far with this insurrection. That's what I'm seeing. And not that she won't continue to defend him, but she's getting tired of it. She really is. Four of Wands. At the same time, she is proud of what her dad accomplished in office. Now, she may not, enjoy defending him or want to have to defend him. And that may be why she doesn't want to come forth and, be questioned by the January 6th committee because she doesn't want to have to defend him. She doesn't want to. That's not her place. If she was his attorney, maybe, but she's just his daughter. She's tired of defending him, but she's proud of what he's accomplished. Um, but I feel like if it would come right down to it, she wouldn't sacrifice him for herself. You know what I mean? She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't give her dad up. She really does love him a lot, so I don't feel like she'll sacrifice him in any way. Trump invested so much in Ivanka, uh, and they have this really tight relationship. So she'll always feel like beholding to her father because he's done so much for her and made, she's a very smart lady and all that, but because of her father, she is who she is. That's her identity. So I don't feel like she would. No, she wouldn't give up her dad. I'm sure she won't. The Chariot card. So it looks like if they want to hear from Ivanka Trump, they'll have to, force her into it. If they want to have her answer any questions, um, I don't, I don't see her just complying with them by, oh, sure, I'll come in, no problem. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Uh, they'll have to subpoena her to get her to come in and answer any questions at all. I don't know that they'll do that, that it'll take it all the way to a subpoena because they know what happened. They have other testimony. Um, it would be good if they had her, but she's a very skilled attorney herself, and she would be very short, very precise, very careful with her answers. So they may not want to really pressure and push it. If they want her to come in, they'll have to force her. So she's not gonna. No, I don't think she's gonna turn on her dad. I know a lot of people have said that she would, but I don't think so. No, she will not turn on her father. She won't. She has she has a lot of respect and love for her dad, and she won't turn on him. No, I don't know what he would have to do to make her turn on him. I mean, love is thick, y'all. Love is thicker than water. It's just like if your child did something wrong, you may turn them in, but you wouldn't turn against them. I don't know. This is kind of weird here because it looks like to me, and I'm sure to you guys too, that the Trump family has done a lot of things that were bad and that they kind of just got away with it, and they expect to. So, this is nothing new. She just, oh, well, dad did something wrong. That's my dad. It's kind of the way that they think. It's just the way that they've been brought up. All right. So that's what I got on Ivanka Trump. She won't turn on Trump, even though we had high hopes for her. All right. Let's take a look at Matt Gaetz. All right. Let me get these cards shuffled a little bit. So I think they were interviewing his ex-girlfriend, and she had some information. So he he's being investigated for minor, right? For having sex with a minor. I think that's what it is. It was sex trafficking. I'm not hearing that as much as I'm hearing that he may have had sex with a minor. So you guys just know before you have sex with somebody, make sure you check their identification. And they're old enough. You know, if you're a young man, just think if you're a young man and you meet a girl and you didn't know she wasn't of age, what if she told you she's 21 and she turned out to be much younger? Gosh, it's hard to be a man. Let me tell you, it's really hard to be a man. But I'm not saying Matt Gaetz isn't guilty. I'm not saying that at all because they're alluding that he knew what he was doing exactly. So let's see how this is all going to pan out for Matt Gaetz. What does his future look like? What's going to happen to him? This investigation. Is he going to be found guilty in this investigation? Let's see what's going to happen. What can I tell everybody? What can I tell everybody about Matt Gaetz and the investigation? What's going to happen with this investigation with Matt Gaetz? Now, maybe I haven't heard from him because I just don't watch a lot of things Republican. I don't know if you guys, I haven't seen him on the TV or anything. I just feel like he's laying low and being quiet. He's just being quiet. He don't want to rock the boat. He doesn't want to. So I got my cards upside down here. One more card. One more. Okay. Well, Five of Wands. He's in the battle for his life. You know what I mean? And what I'm picking up is it just really pisses him off. He's just mad as hell. He's got a bad temper. Um, I think we're going to start hearing him talk. You know what I mean? I I think we're going to see him like on what we call Fox Entertainment. I think he'll start talking because he's got this big ego and he's so motivated because he's so mad about the whole situation. So I feel like he'll start shooting his mouth off. So we may start hearing him. Like I said, maybe he's already been on Fox. I don't know since I don't watch it, but I feel like he will start speaking out. This is Nine of Wands. So he's doing that because he wants to defend himself, right? And he's had to defend himself over this time and time again. And he's just so sick of it. He's really sick of it. Um, but he may just be successful. He may be successful. It's like when he goes out and starts talking, um, he could be muddying up the jury pool. The next card I pulled is the Emperor card. I feel like Matt Gaetz is being protected by very powerful people. So that makes him feel very secure. He's mad about what's going on, but also he feels very righteous, very secure. Like I said, this man's got a huge ego. Last the last card I pulled is Knight of Wands. So this is what I'm getting here. There's so much energy going into this. You know what I mean? They really are trying to build a case against Matt Gaetz, and they want to throw the book at him. Um, so we're going to see a lot. There's even going to be more up and downs. It was quiet for a while. We didn't hear anything, and now we're starting to hear this person's being, uh, interviewed and giving information. Excuse me. I thought I had my phone turned all the way down, but it was a little bit up still, so I'd turn it the rest of the way down. But I feel like he's up for the fight. He's ready to fight, and he's looking forward to it. And this stuff comes out little by little. We're getting like trickle this, trickle that. So it's like there's a lot of energy to this, and like I said, it peaks and then it goes down, up and down, and he's just sick of hearing about it. So he's ready just to take this on. I want to fight it out once and for all. He's actually looking forward to it because he feels very secure that he'll be fine. He just wants it to go away. He wants to get it out and open and go and let's move forward. That's what I'm getting. Let me get one more card to clarify and see, will he be found guilty? Okay. So this is a celebration card. This is the Six of Wands. Um, so I feel like we're going to be happy with the outcome of this. It's going to be very fair. Now, it could be that he strikes some kind of deal with them because he doesn't have really bad cards. He's got people protecting him. He wants to fight for his name and all that. So he doesn't really have bad cards, but we're going to be happy with the outcome. So it could be kind of a little bit of a balance here that, you know, maybe he cops to a lower plea or something like that. He gets works out some kind of deal, but I feel like he will be found guilty, but maybe some kind of lesser charge or something like that, where he won't, maybe he won't go to jail or something. I don't. They're going to work something out, I think. But I feel like they do have him. They do have him. Okay, and we'll be glad. We'll be happy with the outcome. Even if he works out a deal, we'll be happy with the outcome with it because it'll be fair. They're doing it in a very fair way. They're getting all the information they need. Okay, guys, I've already been on here for 32 minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me and taking your time out of your day to hear me. I really appreciate it. I hope things are going well with you guys. And there's a nor'easter coming on the East Coast. So you guys bundle up, be careful, don't go out in the storm. I think they said they're gonna get from 3 inches to 20 inches of snow. I heard that on, what? That's not a very smart forecast. Which is it, So guys, be careful, listen to your local weather. And if you don't have to go out in it, please don't. Hopefully everybody will keep their electricity on and stay warm or their gas, whatever. Here, I don't have gas, I have just electricity. All right, guys, I love you so much. If you'd like to get a reading with me, just look below. There's my email. Email me and we'll set up a reading. I've been doing a lot of energy work, a lot of healings. If you need some energy work, if you need chakra balancing, portal closing, if you have, feel like there's energies in your home and you just need a cleanse, contact me and we'll get together and we'll get rid of it for you. Get her done. All right, guys, love y'all so much. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. And I will talk to y'all very soon. Have a blessed weekend. Love you guys. Bye for now.